Salute to this man.
Yes.
Salute to this man. Drip, how long's he been out there?
By himself? Or since he got to NXT, I mean?
It's not been that long, right?
By
It had to
himself.
be
A
in
year.
2020, I think, is when they showed up, and he's been by himself, I think, since last September.
About a year.
Yeah.
Maybe no. It's been since Mania, because they competed at Mania.
Since Mania this year.
Yeah, they had at Stand Deliver, MSK.
You know how long
they were?
Mania's been?
Yeah.
You know
all
how
the stuff
long
with him happened after Mania.
that's been?
That
That's like 6. That was like 6 years ago.
That was like 12 years ago.
Jesus.
NXT's kind of been on a roll lately. Right? NXT, this new version is.
I know he know how long ago it was.
No, I've been saying it all week, Vin.
He was released on April 6th.
Oh,
this year?
2022.
Damn.
So, yeah, Nash Carter, aka Zachary
I
Wentz.
said a year, nigga.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute. No, but I like what I feel like I'm a broken record. I've just been shouting the praises of what, at the very least, the potential of what an NXT could be.
Well, because it was going to take time. Like when it was NXT 2.0, everyone wanted to throw the baby out with the bathwater and be like, "Well, this isn't what I used to like." And
Right.
granted,
It wasn't a good show, Vin. It wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it was
He's
not a
talking
good
about you,
show,
Drip.
but it was. But you needed to let it be reborn. It needed to go back to being a place where new talent, people who were coming in from their NIL deals or whatever, people who they had just picked up, can get the training, not this indie playground
Right.
where we're going to snatch up the Finn Balor's and Adam Cole's of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a place where this is someone you don't know, and a lot of people, maybe rightfully so or wrongly, just you can't blame people for seeing someone they don't know on their TV and being like, who the hell is this? But then, a couple months go by. Hey, I like this Carmelo Hayes guy. I like, Braun Breaker.
Right.
So you build up.
Carmelo Hayes is still a Finn Balor, Adam Cole, indie guy. That's why they also had to bring over JD McDonough and Dragunov as, again, like these workhorse guys, work rate guys to carry the NIL people who are.
You're always gonna have to have like a little bit of that mix, but you're not like it's not what it was. It's not the NXT that people knew and what a lot of people fell in love with.
Right.
But I think at the point where they dropped the 2.0, which I think was very important branding wise, because nothing that has ever been branded 2.0 has ever worked. Either 2.0 or you put 2000 at the end of it doesn't work because now you're immediately thinking of the thing that it's being
like the Chronic.
Right.
You ain't like the Chronic 2000?
Well, that's a different example because
No, that was Suge Knight's Chronic, the one with like Crooked Eye and all them motherfuckers on there. You ain't like that shit? Mimi, what you drinking?
Fine. What are you drinking, Mimi?
See, look, she just ruined the show. My bad, Vin.
Drinking a Chuck Daly?
That's a Chuck Daly.
This is tequila and salsa.
Ooh. But yeah, like dropping the 2.0, building up those stars, and now like you see sort of the fruits of that labor where people are now taking a second look at NXT and being like, okay, I see what they're doing here. Mm-hmm. And now you've got that sort of first wave of people who they've built up now helping new people that they've brought up. Now you've even got like this past week, like the Rock's daughter is now there. First, fourth generation, hopeful superstar.
Hold on, Vin. Did they say she was the Rock's daughter?
No, I think very smartly they're playing that down and not. I think I would assume she would want to like carve out her own.
Yeah, she just pulled off a mask and cut a 2-second promo, and that was it.
So, Vin, my question to you is, do you believe she's the Rock's daughter?
Wait, what?
During NXT.
I love that.
I don't even quite understand the question. Do I believe?
No, the question was fucked up. So when you turn on NXT and Ava Raine, whatever her name is,
that's the Rock's daughter.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
No, I think that's a good thing.
You good? Cause I think I'm sorry. I think a lot of people saw this and said, "Oh, it's Simone Johnson." You know what I'm saying? Like because the internet is the way the internet is, people are going. They're gonna, like you said, they're gonna immediately look for how is she not The Rock. So while I grew up, Matt, you remember this? You should remember this. We grew up, Vin too. You remember that era where Rocky Maivia came out, and the whole idea was
Prince Maivia's son.
Yeah.
Look at the lineage.
Yeah.
Look at, and so he comes out there and
how much that didn't work.
He's smiling, and people are like, "Fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
You can't. If she walked out there and was like Simone Maivia or something like that, that would have been dead on arrival.
You don't have to look
Solo.
too far. We don't have to look too far back. You look at Roman Reigns and how they tried to build him. Oh, he's related to, like, same thing with The Rock. He's related to The Rock. Oh my God!
You didn't even see them. They didn't acknowledge that they were family.
You didn't need it,
No.
Right?
And once they mention it, and I think because they didn't start with that, and now when you get to the bloodline and you really see what's going on, it makes it that much greater.
It makes it doper.
If he came out and they was like, yeah, this is who he's with, and he was doing like Huss and like doing all like the stereotypical stuff.
What was that?
Huss or whatever. I don't know. Whatever shit that they would try.
I'm saying that's why the Solo Sikoa thing was so like the way it is, because they brought him out the name Solo, because again, like, this is obviously the third Uso in the company now, like, but he has Solo because he's by himself. He's got the different look with like the traditional look though. He's got the tape ankles, the tape tan,
looks like
fight shorts. Yeah, he looks again like this guy must be related to someone, but they're not even acknowledging that he's related to the people we're seeing on TV until Clash of the Castle. And that moment served his purpose. Like, oh, they're finally acknowledging that this guy is related to these guys.
Wait. So, all right. So let's have a conversation. All right, let's get back to Ava Raine for a second, because the chat is letting it be known they're not a fan of Schism, but they want to give her a chance. But her dictation isn't the same as Pop's. Hopefully it'll be separate.
She said like 5 words on TV.
It's tough. It's like you can't, and she did. I applaud the fact that superstars like her who are of certain lineages want to make sure that they're stepping out on their own and not stepping out as the child or the grandchild of somebody.
Right.
But
you ever walked out the house and motherfucker say, "Yo, that's so and so son.
Yeah,
that's so and so daughter."
And immediately like, "Oh, who the fuck is that?" Like, and they gotta overperform because that's Johnny's son.
Now, I will say, someone in the chat just brought up, I'm not really sold on Schism, but I want to give her a chance to see where it goes. This is going to be an interesting moment because I don't give a fuck about Schism either.
Right.
Nobody cares about Schism.
But I want to see, but adding her to it, and it's like, well, let's see what she brings to the table.
Right.
Because depending on what she does and what they have her do, it may be 3 months from now, we may be going, oh man, that Schism match was like the highlight of the last NXT pay-per-view.
Right.
Like who knows? Stranger things have happened.
I consider Ricky Starks more related to The Rock than I do
Ava Raine.
Ava Raine.
I feel you. No, again, this is deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you can't hide your features. Like, she can't hide that she has similarities to The Rock and her family, but this was deliberate. We're going to try and make you look as unique as possible. Mm-hmm. And I applaud it. You have to do that. You can't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't. There's no way she would be able to be what she can be if she had to step out there as
and she got daughter. The blue tassels and shit on.
I'm saying, like, and just another thing, like another stereotypical Samoan thing. Like, let that child be herself.
Elbow and shit.
They didn't push her out there with like a vest for Brahma Bull on it.
Exactly. Right. Although,
yeah, she's gonna show up in Versace and do the sliding people's elbow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and red bottoms, you can't slide in them bitches. You ain't sliding in them balls.